From yesterday's disappointment of gaining 100 grams, actually I need to make a correction for yesterday's video. I said I was 78.2 kilos. I was actually 77.2 kilos. So today I have lost 1.2 kilos, which takes me down to 76 kilos dead, which is great news because actually it means I have hit one of my goals by getting my BMI into that healthy range. So that's something I really wanted to do. It's one of my goals. So it's great to be there, I think, and more of that later. From feeling amazing yesterday, so good I could do a workout, today I feel like I've been operating at about 70%. I've had no ill effects from my exercising yesterday, no muscle pains, no aches, no cramps, no anything. Just low energy for some reason. I can't explain it. I've tried to research why that might be. Nothing's coming up. I'm just not quite firing on all cylinders, not quite 100% today. So I got some time today and I decided to research peak time for autophagy and also how to get rid of that stubborn belly fat that's been bothering me so much. And I kind of wish I hadn't, because on autophagy I found an interesting article by Dr. Jason Fung, and I've been using a lot of his research as a basis for my fasting, where he says autophagy peaks at 16 hours and it kind of has tailed off and done its stuff by 48 hours. And the longer you go into a fast, and especially after 5 days, and I'm at the end of day 7, it can then be quite corrosive actually, and it can attack all cells, especially healthy cells and cells in your heart, which kind of was a bit of a shock and a disappointment. And it goes on to say, you know, people who die of heart attacks are, you know, people who hit 28, 29 days of fasting, and it's for that very reason. So that's kind of spoilt my day a little bit. The other thing I found was a really interesting article, or in fact it was a YouTube video by Dr Berg, and I'll put a link down below, that says the reason you have stubborn belly fat is it's got nothing to do with your weight and it's got nothing to do with your diet. It has everything to do with the hormone cortisol. It's a hormonal problem. And you release cortisol when your body is under stress. And stresses for your body are things like dieting, and I'm fasting, so that's the most extreme form of stress, I guess, and exercise. And I exercised yesterday, and that kind of makes sense that no matter how much weight I lose, my belly is not changing too much. So that kind of leaves me with a dilemma, because if I've hit my BMI goal, but my belly is never going to reduce to the level I need it to get my waistline down to my target, and also because I'm using a body fat calculation, your belly circumference is a big part of that calculation, I'm never going to get my body fat down. So those last two goals are probably not going to be achievable while I'm fasting. So why am I fasting? I'm not fasting to lose weight, I'm fasting to be healthy. And already I'm well at the lowest weight I've ever been. So I'm kind of losing the motivation, but I've made a commitment and I'll stick to it. I'm always true to my word. So I will keep going, but I kind of think I've already got all the benefits I'm going to get from this process. I didn't expect to get them so soon, and had I have had more knowledge, I probably would have set a 1 week fast instead of a 2 week fast. But we'll keep going and we'll see where it takes us. So what does this mean for me? Well, even though I feel like I can exercise, you know, I kind of feel like I have the energy, although the squats were tough, I'm not going to, because I don't want to raise cortisol. So I'm going to knock the exercise on the head. I guess the rest of this challenge is just an interesting study on the effects of long-term fasting. Can I do it mentally? Well, I feel like I'm overcoming those mental challenges. I can be around food. I can even cook food for my family. So that isn't an issue for me. But we'll see what are the long-term effects. So as always, let's get to the proof. and let's see what 76 kilos looks like. So today is Monday the 4th of September. It's the end of day 7 of my 12-day water fast. As I jumped on the scales this morning, I was 76 kilos. I think my waist seems to be stuck at 37 inches no matter what I do, and I get the feeling that fasting is not going to improve that. Right, so if you like that video, please click the like button. If you're interested in following on with my journey, please click subscribe. I will put a link down to all the other videos in this series below if this was the first one that you found. And you can follow me on all social media as The Michelli. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. And I'll see you tomorrow.